Introduce yourself, man.
Okay. OG Percy, show no mercy. That's the way my daddy cursed me. I'm in the building with Terrance Gangsta Williams. Hello.
All right, let's jump right into this, man.
Let's go to
So
work.
growing up as a teenager, how would most of your peers describe you?
My peers, I never
Yeah.
knew what people thought about me. You know what I'm saying? But how
Was you a bully? Was you
I was never that. Um, an action kid. I was always trying to find something to do. Coming up as a kid, I always wanted to build something. I'm the one I always wanted to have something like a tree house in the backyard. A
okay?
clubhouse. I was
So
one of them type of kids. I was the type of kid, man, let's find something to do with our day. Let's play chase. You know what I'm saying? Some type of game. Goddamn me, let's play some touch football. Go get a stick and a golf ball. Let's play baseball. You hear me?
okay.
You know, stuff like that. As a kid, I was a leader to my little brothers. I had my own little gang when I was a kid. And I wasn't nothing but 11 years old. And my gang was my brothers and my little partners on the street. And what I used to do, I always want to be a coach. Try to make them play football. So what I do, I go to school and I steal some shoulder pads and a helmet every day like I played sports. And I go in there and I walk home with my stuff. Everybody thought I played football. Even when I go in the locker room. But they don't know I'm getting it from my little partners on the street so we can have our own pads and shoulder pads. We just play football in the street. So I think people would think that I was a pretty good kid coming up.
Okay. So were you considered coming up were poor or did your family have money?
Well, as I got older, I found out we was poor. You understand me? But then I got older, I found out we wasn't poor. I can just say that we was making it. I seen kids that didn't have what I had. When I thought I always seen somebody that was doing worse. The way we was living in my hood, at my house, my daddy, my mama met a man named Clarence Carter out of Sweetport, Louisiana. And my mama ended up marrying him. And old Clarence Carter, he knew every trick of the trade, how to make wine, jello, preserves. Made us build a whole garden in the backyard. God, who was this man? Where daddy is? Can we get our regular daddy back? He just like to play football and baseball. This man right here, he be on a whole different thing. But Clarence Carter out of Sweetport, he was a good man. Taught us a lot. You know, my daddy always told me one thing. He said, "You work?" I said, "No, sir." He said, "Man, don't work or steal." I said, "I don't steal." He said, "I didn't say that." He said, "A man that don't work will steal." Like that. He always threw game out. My stepdaddy wasn't a tough man. My daddy was. But both of them gave me the game. Clarence Carter, he was laid back. All he wanted to do was play. He taught me how to be the most coldest domino player in the world. I don't think nobody here can beat me ever playing dominoes due to Clarence Carter. My daddy taught me how to be a pool shark. My daddy had the coldest stick. My daddy went around with Minnesota Fats all around the world playing pool. He taught me that trade. So I got two good trades, dominoes and pool, out of my daddies, and how to respect people and live long out of my daddies. So being poor, I brought up Clarence Carter because he pulled up one day in an El Dorado Cadillac. And to have a Cadillac on our street was something big. They got a Cadillac. We got a Cadillac? Well, you know, hey, we didn't know what a Cadillac was. But I know we had one of the best cars on the street, and it was due to Clarence Carter working at Globe Union down here in Dallas, Texas. He'd build batteries. My daddy built car batteries. And he had a pretty good job. So being poor, we never did get to experience being poor because my people taught us how to live off the land, starting with the garden. You dig what I'm saying? So if we didn't never have nothing, I didn't never know it. But as I got older, I said, hey, man, we didn't have we were poor in the world coming up. I had to, compared to what we got now. But now I don't consider us being poor. I think we were just making it.
Okay, well, how were you in school? Did you get A, B, C,
Don't do me
D?
like that, Terrance.
Talk to me.
Ain't nothing to talk about because I wasn't nothing in school. Only thing I was good in school was sports. I never did learn how to read. I learned how to read till I got about 24 years old. In school, I had to find out when you're not smart, you got to find something else to be to fit in. A lot of people don't know. You know the first time you jumped off the porch, Terrance?
Yes.
When?
I was 11, 10 or 11.
What if I take you back and tell you wrong?
Okay, then you could prove me I'm wrong.
First day you jump off the porch, the first day you get dropped off at school.
Well, then
Believe
I was 3, 4 years, 5 years.
When you jump off the porch, people don't know, jumping off the porch, they don't know this. But this is what I figured out in life. Going to school is when you first jumped off the porch. Because you were left alone to make your own decisions now. You can be bad in school, or you can be good in school. You can learn something today, or you don't have to learn nothing today. You know, I see people get dropped off at school. I remember we used to go to school when we were little kids, and they mama leave me kick, fight always. I want to go, mama. You got to fight them, push them back in the classroom, close the door, and tell them all that old mess. That's the first day you jump off the porch. When I brought it up to say this. A lot of kids don't understand. They think they 15 when they start making up decisions. Nah, you make a decision when you go to school now. Am I gonna do right? I'm gonna do wrong. I had my first fight when I was like in the kindergarten. I had a fight on the playground. Had my first fight on the playground.
Did you win?
Fight with a dude named Terrell King. I never forget his name. But jumping off the porch.
Did you win the fight?
Oh, most definitely.
How you know you won the fight?
Because he started crying. Hello! And I got scared. Oh, matter of fact, I got 2 pops for it. How about that?
Okay.
I found things about school, man. It goes back to that poor question. When I went to school, I knew we didn't have what other kids had. It's hard to go to school when you're getting talked about. I went to school, I thought I was clean. Niggas said I had on some track shoes. What is them? Well, you know, I just thought mama got us some clean white shoes. We got our blue jeans on, we matching. I didn't know that you had to have a certain pair of shoes, Nikes. You know, we had Pro Wings, Brooks, you know, Capers, you know, the shoes that they laugh at. Well, yeah, I just thought they was clean shoes. One thing about going to school, it's hard to learn when you're being talked about. It's hard to learn when all the kids picking at you. Oh, look at him, he ain't got. I'm like, mama, and mama dressing us like we go to church every Sunday. My mom was a minister, so, you know, I grew up in the church house, so she'll put you in a tie and say, you clean at school, you go to church, you the laughing stock of the town. School is a very cruel place to visit, and you don't want to live there. A lot of people didn't change their kids out of the public schools and put them into private schools. People don't even want their kids around public schools. It's one thing I learned about school. I didn't know everybody and say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I ain't never seen a kid cuss at a grown person. It was a lot of things I learned in school that scared me. I was like, God dang, they talk to the grown. I always say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I didn't know kids woke up and had to feed themselves in the morning. I didn't know some kids didn't eat shit. I thought my shoes were here. They talking about my clothes, but he had that on for 2 days when he came to school. Yes, I'm starting to notice that I ain't doing so bad than some of the kids, but I just ain't doing just like some of the kids. He got on a polo and some penny loafers with a dime in his penny loafer. I mean, they clean. They got the Cohan pants on, but shit, we still wearing Wranglers. You know what I'm saying? What mama couldn't afford. Jelly shoes. Mama put us in some jelly shoes. You understand? When your socks turn the same color as the shoe. You hear me? They'll melt on your feet. You go in the hot sun. But mama got us what she could afford. But I found out we wasn't worse off than a lot of other kids. And I found out one thing about kids, they don't have no love for you. A kid don't know what to do with power, and they don't know power's in the tongue. And a kid will come, you know, I done seen kids, man, I say, I'll be like, y'all, they mama come get them. What you want, mama? I be like, you don't learn things like that when you ain't raised around things like that. They asked me what I think about racism. Shit, I didn't even know white people didn't like us until I was like 12 years old. Terrance. That's when you say I jumped off the porch, you know, mentally and angrily. You understand me? You learn more at school than you learn at home. And I'm not talking about in the books. I ain't talking about in the books. We ain't talking about ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I say you learn more at school than you do at home. Talk to me, Terrance.
Okay. How do you view the teachers at school that are messing with the underage children, and do you feel
Well, shout out to Coach Mack.
there should be a penalty?
It's always a penalty if it's not consensual. It's always a penalty if it's not consensual. The teachers at the school, watch this. It ain't just the teachers at the school; it's the kids at the school too. You hear me? Some parents will tell they you know, Oh, Mom, you know Coach Mack, he like me. Well, girl, you better get that money from Coach Mack. You know, that you got parents that'll tell their kids shit like that. Hey, you got some kids say if you fucking, you scoring. I used to have an old teacher, Miss Johnson. I sure wanted to get Miss Johnson, but guess what? Miss Johnson was already messing with one of the students. You understand me? But she was so fine, and she flirted. She come to school with them tits and looking good, and gave me 100 on my report card 2 times. My mama said, I know the boy ain't got no 100. I know I ain't either, Mom, but she gave it to me. That's probably the only thing with a 1 in front of it that didn't have a 0 on my report card. You understand me? Everything else had the zeros behind it. But what did I feel about that? I can't say it depends on this, and I can't say it depends on that. That's wrong to do automatically. When a kid's there to educate, you don't take a kid's privacy away from them. You understand me? As a teacher, aggressive teacher, you got to go on that. But then you got aggressive students too these days. They come to school and then what the f you think? A man is a man. 9 and 99, blind, crippled, or crazy. A man is a man. Attracts a man. 9 or 99. You understand me? I'm a pervert. That's what I call myself, pervert person. You know, everybody know me on my OnlyFans page. You know, I'm perverted person. I'm not sick person. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not sick person. You can be sick and you can be perverted. Mine is an illusion. No, sick is when you do it. You dig what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of teachers take advantage of students, and I've seen a lot of students take advantage of teachers these days. How about that? It's always the teacher's fault. Well, you're right. But sometimes the student becomes the teacher. I'm gonna let y'all soak in that for a minute. Sometimes the student becomes the teacher. Because whenever a student can get you to come out of your element from being a teacher, the student became the teacher. But whenever a teacher turns on to a child, and a child, you know, sometimes they'll soak them in. I have never really just experienced teachers doing it, but I've just experienced men doing it, period. You understand me? As teachers, you know, you got daddies, uncles. You know, you see me just pop mine on goddamn shit. Get in there. You understand me? Hello. You understand me? It's a difference from being a predator. You dig what I'm saying? It's a difference from being a predator. You understand me? Preying on the weak and preying on the children. I always think that's wrong to begin with. You dig what I'm saying? Talk to me, Terrance.
What's Sam? This Crypto Jeezy done jumped in this. I got
Let's
a question.
go, Crypto Jeezy.
Before you got locked up, was there any affiliation with gangs?
I've always been affiliated with the game ever since I was 12 years old. I was in the GQ boy way before Crips and Bloods got here. Everybody got to understand, Crips and Bloods just showed up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Gangs been here since the 80s. I had to realize I had to give myself more credit than I thought I had. You know what I'm saying? I got put on in some Crip gang stuff, but that ain't the first gang I was in. I was in the GQ boys. You had GQ boys, you had All in the Family, you had K9 Posse, you had the Legion of Doom, you had the Strickland Brothers, the Polo Boys, you had Thug League, you had PPG, you had all type of cliques and gangs before Crips and Bloods popped up. I wanted to be a GQ boy because I didn't dress good at school. And the GQ boys, you know, back in the days, y'all know, a magazine came out, said GQ magazine. And on GQ magazine, there's always a white man on there that had on something nice and neat. Well, that's what the GQ boys consist of. Because like I told you coming up, I always got ridiculed at school because of what I wore and what I couldn't afford. And to be a GQ boy, it's going to be hard to be one of them because mama don't buy my clothes. That led me to my first life of crime because I had found out the GQ boys, they run in dealers and snatch all the polos and run out of dealers. Well, hell, I'm going. Because they dress nice every day and I can't keep just, mama ain't going to keep getting me laughed at. I'm in high school now. They laughed me all the way from kindergarten to the 9th grade. You understand me? That's when you can afford to buy your own clothes. You know what I used to do? I used to walk around, pick up cans and take them to the thing and say, look, we buy cans. You know, let's wait. Don't worry about it. Way back in the day, way back in the day, you can go sell your aluminum, you know, have old old diesel thing. He have a whole bunch of cans. I used to walk around and pick cans up so I could find me something to wear. I gotta buy me something. I can't keep wearing what mama put me in. They got us. I don't want to get laughed at no more. I started borrowing kids' clothes at the studio. Man, can I wear your polo? Yeah, I'll bring you a shirt. Bring me a shirt. I wear that shirt for a whole week. Now, God, you gotta take that polo off, Percy. Now, you done wore the man. The man done fell off this joke. You hear me? But yes, sir.
So was what you saying that was the gangs different then? Cause it sounded like the gangs was just a crew of people that just hung together. It wasn't like the territory or the beef or going
Oh
on.
no, back then gangs was fun to be in. Y'all might think I'm sorry, y'all. A gang was fun to be in. And can you tell me to make that make sense, please? When I do like this, that means make that
Make
make
it
sense.
make sense for us.
Back then we would our gang would go to the skating rink. Shit, our gang get together. Where we going? We going to the Dollar movies today, y'all. GQ boy, we all going to the movies. Where we going? We going to Tennis Center where they ice skate at down there. Where we going? We going to the game room where they play the arcades. Where we going? We going to the ballroom, the club. We didn't say we was going to meet no shootout. We didn't say we was gonna go slide on the ops. We ain't gonna say we gonna go shoot mama's sister, nieces, and pops. We didn't do that. It was respecting the game. Games was fun to be in. Where y'all at, man? We was at the skate rink this week. You understand me? It wasn't about getting into it with another game. People don't understand. Didn't turn on until the 90s. Yeah, until Crips and Bloods. Blacks turned on each other when Crips and Bloods jumped on. Blacks turned on each other. Cause back then to be in a gang was something cool to be in. Shit, if you get into it back then, the only thing you might see is a knife. He got a knife. You know, goddamn, that was wrong to see. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, gangs was cool to be in because you believe you meant something. And can I say that it started on TV when you see the Fonz, hey, they hanging out with their leather jackets on, you know what I'm saying? They made it cool to be the leather jacket little gang. They at the arcades drinking they, you know what I'm saying? They didn't show gangs fighting. And then what was that other movie came on where I don't know, with the school teacher. You remember that back in the day, the school teacher, he had the teacher, he would teach the class and had the black dude and you know, they was all in the gang. But they was at school though. Go ahead.
So at any point did you ever feel like you was making a bad decision being part of the gang?
Yes, sir. I found I had made a mistake, but it was too late. What I mean by that, because I let me tell you something about being in a gang. You ever heard of a double life?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I had to live. My family didn't know I was in no gang. Shh, what? How about being the only gang member that still get whoopings? Hey, don't do me like that, Terrance. You get a whooping? Who in the gang that get a whooping? Tell me that. Me. But that's something the gang didn't know. If my mama find out, I'm gonna get my whooped. I got my ass whooped just because my mama heard I was in the gang. God dang, my mama. Come here, person. Come here, get your on that bed. What I do, mama? Get your my damn. You didn't get to explain what you did back then. Whooping time. And you know what she told me? She finna whoop me. And I was on my way to school, walking out the door. She said, bet not nobody else say you in a gang. That's what that was about. Mama beat the shit out of me early in the morning. Come here, get your. She said, because the lady across the street said she seen you with their gang members. And I bet not ever hear you in the gang. I'm gonna whoop your ass again. Oh, God, mama. And that was just because she heard it. Just imagine she'd have found out I was in it. Well, by the time she did, it was too late. It was too late. I had to live a double life. What I mean by that, the things I was doing in the house, the things I was doing in the streets, I couldn't bring that in the house. When I got ready to walk in the house, I said, oh, shit, in the house. Mom, I'm home. You in there? Yes, ma'am. All right, do your homework. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Then take that rag, put that shit all under the bed, you know what I'm saying? And stay at home. And then when I leave and go to school in the morning, shit, mama go. Yeah, nigga, this shit. And I'm going to the streets. And I have to be a different person when I get around different people. So I had to live a double life.
How long you think you went doing this double life? How long for it?
Long enough to it caught up to who I was. Yeah, till it caught up to me. Now, it's too late. By the time they caught up to me, I ran, I ran away from home. Cause I was still in the thing. Mama find out. I didn't get the ultimate now. What's the ultimate? I didn't got kicked out of school for the rest of the year. Well, that was in the 6th grade. The first time I hit a Spanish guy across the face with one more butterfly knives. You know, flicked them butterfly knives, and the Mexican punch gave me a good one, scared out of me. Do me like that turn. You know what that mean when niggas steal off on you, that fucks you up, don't it?
A Mexican stole up on you, bro?
He beat for me, Terrance.
Was he speaking Spanish when he hit you?
Now I was when he hit me. Shit. I started speaking Spanish when he hit me. You hear me?
Oh, okay.
I couldn't espanol what the was going on. He hit me in my nose, and it was cold outside, very cold. But I was picking on him. That's when I had to learn that everybody ain't gonna take you. I'm walking around shoving on shit. That Mexican turned around and just, ha, ha. I said, God. Blood started dripping out. Oh, motherfucker. I had to do something. I couldn't fight him. He scared me. So I swung the knife, and I hit him across the face. Somebody grabbed my hand. It was one of the school teachers. I guess he knew karate or something. He bent my hand, made sure that knife didn't come out, and he walked to the principal with that knife in my hand. By the time I got in the principal, he said, here. He set that on the principal's desk, and they locked me in there. I was 12 years old then, 6th grade, going to William James. I was put out of school for the rest of the semester. Hell, I ain't got my first report card. You know I'm gonna get my ass whooped. I got a whooping coming. And plus I ain't gotta go to school, so I might get whooped every day until she find me something to do. But other than that.
This is my last question. Shout out to Sam Myers for the questions.
Okay.
Did you ever get jumped into the game, and what was the experience like when you got jumped
I got
in?
jumped into the game, man, by some young niggas. That's when the game changed. Like I say, people always say, man, you let some young niggas get niggas, I'm moving on with the culture. I started with the GQ boys. I did that in high school and coming up in school. I did that through the high school days. And when I hit the streets, Crips and Bloods took over. It wasn't no such thing as click this, gang this. You gonna pick a color or pick a side. And that's what the Hoods and Fort Worth did. They all chose a color and a side. So they got rid of all the GQ boys, Stripping and Family, K9 Posse, Polo Boys, and all the other gangs that existed before Crips and Blood. I picked Crips because I was with my baby mama. That was my baby mama Yo-Yo. Y'all know her brother Little Duke. Shout out to Little Duke. He just come home doing like 22 years on a life. But that was my little brother, and that was her little brother. I hung with him. He introduced me to the game because I really didn't think the little was her brother. You know how you think, man, that's your brother? I ain't never seen him. And he moving too fast. He look like he over here for you. That's what I thought. You ain't gonna lie, because you know somebody say that's my brother and you ain't never seen him. You been coming over for months. That's your brother. And little came in and like I say, I'm a church guy. I gotta go to church. My girlfriend Yo-Yo, she think I'm a nice guy. I go to church, you know what I'm saying? I don't do no gangbang. I'm still got my Bill Cosby sweater on with my tie on, talking to my girlfriend on Sunday. And he came in, walked across. I said, what was that? She said, oh, that's my little brother. Who made that look up, Terrance? Can anybody tell me who made that up? Whoever came up with this?
Yo, everybody do that too.
Ought to be a millionaire about that. Somebody said the nigga on Different Strokes did, but
What you talking about, Willis?
they said that's where it says where it came from. But man, I seen people doing it. But anyway, when I see him walking through that living room prancing, that little nigga had something I had. You know, it's something new there. I said, what that is? He said, that's gang. I said, I tell you what, man, he snuck me out, little nigga snuck me out, and they went around a bunch of fine women one day. And there was a whole bunch and I didn't gang bang, y'all. I didn't know nothing about no Crips or none of that old stuff. I was a church boy, and I was in hanging with her brother one day, and they were around some fine women, and they went to throwing up their sets and hitting their shit up. Well, hell, I'm sitting around here, I'm like, I can't say I'm like the girls, but hell, I'm looking like them niggas. And then the girls, when they got to me to hit my set up there, then my brother said, just throw this up. That mean OG. I said, okay. I didn't know how to roll nothing. I didn't know how to twist no fine. I just knew one little old sign. I just throw it up like this, you hear me? I just throw it, So I walked down. I said, man, what's up, cuz? He said, man, y'all gonna, what I gotta do to get on with y'all, then, nigga? I'm running with y'all. Y'all staying with nigga. I'm going with your sister. He said, man, he ain't gonna lie. He told me, he said, man, my sister get on I'll put you in shit. I said, what I gotta do, nigga? He said fight. So when he said fight, oh shit. You know what I said to myself? I said, I'm gonna whoop all these niggas. Off the rip in my mind, I swear to God. I didn't say it out loud, but I said to myself, oh shit, I'm gonna whoop all them. All I gotta do is fight, but I didn't know it was a jump. I didn't know you get jumped. I just thought I had to fight. I had to fight y'all. Oh, nigga, who first? We went to the little old field. We walking. I'm gonna get put on. Then we're gonna come on over here. I'm gonna fight all y'all. I said, whoever come first, they gonna see after I whoop the first one, nigga. So when I got ready to post up with him, the nigga started saying, what you doing, nigga? He said, nigga, we finna put you on the set. I said, I'm finna get down with this nigga. What's up? Yeah, y'all finna click. He said, that's how you get down, Percy. Well, I don't know shit. And nah, nigga, ain't nobody finna jump on me, nigga. They finna let no now. I get down, but in my mind to say I'm gonna let jump on me is crazy. It's insane. I'm not that stupid. Now I'll fight you one-on-one, but I ain't finna let nobody jump on me. Who do that? Percy, dumbass. Nigga, come on with it. Come on with how long? 52 seconds? That ain't long. Just make sure you stop in 52 seconds, nigga. Goddamn it, shit. Cause I ain't gonna go in. I just don't like to get beat for, with a bad motherfucker. You hear me? I just want to get hit with that bad one. But anyway, I got put on the right way in between Park Terrace and Prince Hall apartments in that field. Everybody from Fort Worth, y'all know where the three Migos there, Park Terrace, Prince Hall, and the village over there. I got put in that little field. Little Duke, little C, Chacon, and little Rank, man. R.I.P. the little C, R.I.P. the little little C, man, and little Rank, man. Shout out to Duke, shout out to Chacon, man.
Being that you is an OG now in this game, what's your take now on the rules and how the gangs are moving now?
Get out. Fast. Run as fast as you can. The biggest mistake is don't waste your life, youngsters. Hello? Right there. That's called confirmation. Every time I'm doing something, God send a sign out of nowhere, he let me know I'm on the right track. I made a very big mistake to waste my life around a bunch of guys that really don't care about you. When your mom and your daddy do. I chose one life when I had another life I could have chose. I got in it so bad, like I said, I messed up in school so bad to where I couldn't go back to school. By the time my mama found out, hell, I had signed up in Job Corps. I know, I'm gonna get a whooping. I don't know about nobody else. But this whooping I'm gonna get for this one, shit, I better be gone. I made up in my mind to leave home at 16 years old and never went back. My mama didn't see me till I was 42 years old. You know what I'm saying? As far as being around family. I left home at 16 because I knew I messed up for getting kicked out. I got caught with a gun in my locker. I was actually gonna shoot a in the hallway. I actually got snitched out by my own cousin. My own cousin got down on me. I told him, I said, I know it. My own cousin got down on me. I told him, there's only one person what you gonna do? And I told him, I said, man, be there at lunchtime. When we go to lunch, I'm gonna smoke that nigga Bolo in the hall. I would have had the first Caliban, and I wasn't gonna shoot everybody. I had my mom sit on one. For what reason? I was fighting one guy in the hallway, and he came up and stole off on me. And he was in the 12th grade. I wasn't in nothing but the 10th grade when he stole off. Like, damn, he way bigger than me. I wasn't even fighting y'all fight. Well, he played football. Man, okay, well, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I can't whoop you, but I'm gonna get you. And when I went to school that morning, my mama went there, she was working, sewing clothes, making clothes. I went and talked my mama clothes, and I got that 38 special, chrome 38 special with the brown handle on it. I said, yeah. And I went on to school, I told my cousin, that nigga that hit me in the house, when I see him down in the house, I'm gonna pop his ass. I said, look, yeah, I'm finna show out. Cause I had already heard that somebody hit somebody with a hammer at school. I feel like that was gangster. I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, that was Terrance Williams right there.
Oh wow,
that was gangster. I'm just saying gangster. That was gangster. To hear this
metaphor,
shit, it scared
bars.
Me. It scared me. It was scared me to where somebody get hit with a hammer. But guess what? What they gonna say with a shot? I'm finna go to school and do the ultimate. I told my cousin be there after lunch. We go to lunch. I got him. I was sitting in my classroom and all of a sudden. I seen the principal walk in, he goddamn talking to the teacher. He looked over there and said, Percy? I said, yes, sir. He said, stand up by your desk. He said, come go with me. He said, don't reach under your desk and get nothing. I said, damn, principal, what's wrong? He said, just come with us right quick. Step out now. You don't need your books. And they walked me to his office. When I walked in his office, I see my cousin sitting there. I said, you in trouble too? He said, damn, what you done did, nigga? He said, man, I just didn't want to see nobody get hurt. Well, who? What that mean, nigga? I don't know what he talking about. He said, no, I just didn't want to see nobody get hurt. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Oh, come on. We ain't in here for that. By this time, they done raided my locker. Well, they got me sitting here talking to him. They done kicked the locker in. Boom, they done took the bolt cutters and clock. Oh, and my dumb ass, it ain't on me. It's hanging on my little old thing in the locker. I got to say, it's clear as day. Not hid under no books and no nothing. Just hanging on the little old thing. You hang your jacket on the locker. A 38 special. They reached and they got it, came in and put it on the desk. Well, y'all kicking me out of school, so can I get my gun back? I gotta take that back to mama. Mama and them can't find. Guess what? You know that principal gave me that gun and told me don't I ever step foot on these premises again. I gotta go to school. What you mean ever? He said, don't you ever, you either take this thing and leave, or Salt and Pepper can take you with them. Who is Salt and Pepper? Them the two police, the white boy and the black guy. We call them Salt and Pepper. You can go with them. I am gonna take my mama back her shit. I'm gonna go, we don't want you never to come back on these premises. How do you tell your mama you can't go back to school? I'm gonna get a whooping. You understand me? But I didn't tell my mama. I played school until my mama found out it was report card time. And I ran my game all the way up to the end. And my sister gave me the heads up. She said, Percy. I said, what? She said, the school called mama. She said, you ain't been to school in 72 days. I'm gonna get a whooping. A beating. It ain't got to a beating yet, turn.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the ultimate. To a good lady. My mama a good person. She work hard. She take care of her kids. And she's so hard and make clothes every day to take care of. But that's what I'm out in the streets doing. But at the same time, turn somebody here trying to maintain. But talk to me.
I seen you online the other day trolling 607 Unk. The punk.
Don't do me like that. Trolling? That's a harsh word to use, turn.
You want me to say sissy?
I mean, I have never trolled nobody, though.
Well, I see you telling him to come outside. Or what's going on with you in 607 Unk?
Was it him or Kunta?
We'll get to Kunta
Bald
next.
head. That's bald head, my bad. 607 on, 607 on, you know, people on, you know, the camouflage people put up. You know, once you think this is what it's about, it ain't about that. Terrance know he can work with me anytime with no shy shit. I hate to work with people I don't know what to expect out of them in the end of it. You get what I'm saying? We come to do business, we come to do business. Business gonna get taken care of. I'm gonna do my job. You just make sure you do yours. I have never got on this internet and not put out what people look for. I have never got out here and not gave a message instead of the mess. I was sitting in this room the other day and I was doing an interview with him and you know, I don't like, you know, if we gonna be on some grown man shit, let's stay on some grown man shit. We can get a lot further without the ridicule. We can get a lot further, we stick together. I thought 607 we could have built by now. I haven't ran into nobody that wanted to build yet, Terrance. I know you know it's hard. Ain't nobody gonna keep it 1,000. You dig what I'm saying? It's always something up the other person's sleeve, not mine. That was fucking me up. Now, I wonder if I just turned that, you know, wanted to be snaky. Cause you know, watch this, Terrance. When you don't see it coming, you don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? And when you think this is business, you know, I thought 607 you know, the camouflage is real good. But then, you know, the people, it's the company you keep. You know, you start hanging around the reports, you know, niggas that keep reports and shit on you, like Bob, you understand me? Things
Bars.
You'll catch on in a minute. Things have changed. You know, certain people start coming in the pit and, you know, you see your partner start hanging out, cause, you know, he smoked, though. Oh, no, that's my partner. But you know, but you see him with him all the time now. You didn't used to hang with him. Now all of a sudden that's your partner. Oh, okay. But one thing you do, you know who his partner is, you know what his partner about. And you know one thing, he ain't got no business hang with your partner. But that's how this internet. When certain people come around, you know, certain things get extorted. I just find out why can't I find somebody, just one somebody, that ain't up to something in this internet. It ain't up to get you or get down on you.
So
Well, we know, we know Percy's slow. We know Percy don't know all the routes and the roots. Just look, that's called chess, my nigga. You never let them know what you know. You just let them make their move, then it's yours. You hear me? That's called chess. The best thing about life I learned was chess, a game that I thought I could never learn because, hell, I didn't know how to read. You dig what I'm saying? So I knew I wasn't going to learn no chess. But I learned one thing about chess. I studied it, and I finally found something I could do and be good at. And can't nobody else. That's what I was about, Terrance. I got cheers, thank you, Father, for learning what people, you know, deprive me of. Now I can't read, nigga. Now I can't do that math problem. Now I don't know no algebra, trigonometry. Now y'all got that. But don't come across the street. Because I got this. The streets is mine. I run circles around a college. I run circles around a Harvard University got out here in these streets. Yeah, you going to outsmart me in the books. But you better make sure you stay in them books. Because once you end up on this side of the street, it's going to be a different story. But I learned one thing about running game on in the street, it always catch up to you. Running game and getting down on in the street, it always play out. I told my partner, my daddy told me something when I was a kid, and I didn't believe him until I got old. He said, son, all the bad niggas dead. You know what I used to tell my dad? Nigga, I ain't. He said, what I'm telling you, son, you ain't bad. Hello! My daddy was strict. You know, he was square business because my daddy was tough. My daddy was a 3-time honorable discharge veteran. That nigga, like old so boy there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what daddy looked like. Daddy pick us on the shoulder with that big old green army bag in his bag, the old army hat. Don't worry, they forgot about them days. Don't worry about it. That's way back in the day.
So, do you see yourself working with 607 Unc in the near future?
Well, you know, 607 got to see himself working with me. I've already worked with him.
Okay.
I've already worked with him and try, you know, would have continued. Terrance, you ain't never had to, you can pull up and say, let's go, and I'm gone. He can't, because he ain't got the right agenda on his mind. You can't be out the snake all the time. I mean, you know, I think we would have got a lot further if he'd have stuck to the script.
So, OG Per, did you experience the homosexual side of him?
I mean, I can't say that, but you know.
Because, you know, he'll look at your parents' print when he around you.
Well, he probably will. He probably will.
Okay.
He probably get down off in there and try to ride, you know what I'm saying? You know, eyeball fucking is against the law, too, you know? Hello!
You get right up, huh?
From, nigga? You think I'm from, nigga? Eyeball fucking is against the law, too, you hear me? But, you know, niggas always play preacher, though. You hear me? You know what the preacher do, don't he?
What do you do?
He sit in the pulpit like this. He sit there and he posts his up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's switch
But no,
gears
I have never, I can't put that jacket on I can't say what Uncle, but you know, hey, he ain't any got black fingernails, you know, you ain't too far from the other side. I can't put nothing past him. Any nigga that keep a house full of I can't put nothing past him. You dig what I'm saying? I wouldn't put nothing past nobody, but I wouldn't put nothing on him either. I can't put that jacket on to say that that's what he is. I think Uncle's all right, but if you offer him some ass, he gonna take it.
So listen, man. Before I move on, I will say I could put the jacket on because I know he assisted. Anyway, let's get into this trial. Are you up to speed on Govan and the trial?
Which trial is it?
The Young Dolph trial.
Let's go.
Hold on, Crypto G's.
Okay, so for the people that executed the hit on Young Dolph, how do you feel inmates look up on people that created some type of high-profile case, execution like that?
Oh, you know, they're gonna pay for that. That when you know that's a terror. Them are labeled as terrorists now. You know what I'm saying? You can be labeled a terrorist when you do shit like that. When it's 1, 2, 3 more people together, and y'all go out and commit a crime as such, and you probably prepare you a terrorist. I hate to see Young Dolph laying out there stretched in that street. I hate to see Big Jug laying out there stretched in that street. I hate to see Mo 3 laid out there stretched out in that street, man. say, I hate to see Nipsey hustle, laid out there, stretched out in that street. But let me tell you something about them lives the lives that they live. That's what come with they bag. I had to learn one thing in life when I first seen my partner get his brains blowed out in front of me. I either gonna become a man, I'm gonna run from this shit. I'm gonna get my life together, I'm gonna leave these streets. Tell my crib. I had a little partner. We went to Job Corps together. He was a good little homie. His name was Freddie Garrett. We called him Pothead. We went to school ever since I was in the 6th grade. We ended up going to Job Corps together. When I say I ran away from home because I couldn't get in trouble no more about that gun, that's why I left Job and went to Job Corps with him. He said, I'm going to Job Corps. I went and got me a job. I went to Job Corps. He told me, man, we're going to get out here, we're going to get us a trade, get us a... I said, okay, let's get me out. But to make a long story short, I took Job Corps and there wasn't nothing but another institution I enrolled myself in. I enrolled myself in the institution thinking I was going somewhere good, like some of y'all do when you go to the Air Force, Navy, and the Marines. You understand me? You roll yourself in your own institution. But when I went down, I ended up getting myself in a lot of bad trouble in Job Corps. I ended up throwing, I did some as a young nigga would do, following older guys that don't lead you the right way. They used to have a thing called blanket parties every Friday. Every Friday, you're going to get that blanket. All the new people that come through the week, get ready for blanket party Friday. I mean, when you go in there and go to sleep, they don't come throw the blanket on your head and everybody gets... That should have been a jump in initiation. Well, this time they had a guy that didn't want to shower and shave. He was real stinky in his bed. And so they set me up to throw water on him while he was asleep. But one thing they didn't tell me that they got the hot water at the furnace. That's what they didn't tell me. They bring the bucket down the house and say, go dash him. I went in and I dashed and come to find out the dude that had so many burns on him, it fucked him off. Well, my partner took the charge for me. I said, Freddie, I said, no, don't do that, man. I said, I'm going to get in trouble. He said, no, you ain't just going to get in trouble. You going to go to jail, too. I said, I ain't tripping, man. I did, but see, they set me up. That's how niggas will play you out of pocket like a pawn on the chessboard. Give me that. And that's you. And they gonna sit you on the sideline. And when they play, I've been pawned plenty of time and sit on that sideline. But one thing I do understand, I did that, and when I got home, and my partner said, man, just tell them I did it. I said, no, man, they already know I did it. Cause what they did, they locked the whole Job Corps down until they came up with a person that they can press those charges on, and wasn't nobody going home. Nobody going home and nobody leaving this weekend. And you know, in trouble. I can't whoop everybody in Job Corps. When they say you can't go home in the weekend, you done missed everybody pass out for the weekend. Somebody better say who did this. My little partner Freddie said, tell them I did it. I said, no, nigga. He said, no, for real, tell them I did it. I want to go home anyway. I'm trying to get out of here. But I don't want you to leave, nigga. Shit, I don't want to tell them you did it. I just take the heat. But then, make a long story short, I told him Freddie did it. Freddie took it for me. They gave him his check and he went to the house. By the time I got home, Freddie was sitting in him a white Jeep with some gold Lorenzos on it that he paid with his check that he got out of jail. I said, oh, my nigga. I said, you made on. I come on that week. I came home the next week. When I got home, I met Freddie after, man, come back to Job Corps, man. He said, man, come out here. And by that time, my little brother had a little old squabble in the park that day. And Freddie said, man, come follow me down to Miller and Raymond. Miller in bed where everybody knows, like the strip where everybody come and park here and everybody be out there on Sunday. Pull up, the music jam, he had a little female in the car. And I seen my other partner, Sunshine, drive up. Sunshine drove a powder blue Cutlass with a peanut butter rag on top of it. He pulled up, basing hard. But he noticed that my partner Freddie had his girl in the back of the car. He walked up to the car, he said, Freddie, he didn't say nothing to the girl. To Freddie, he said, the girl, he said, say, bitch, what you doing? Get out the car, get out the Jeep. So my partner's Freddie, oh, this your girl? I never forget, he leaned the Jeep seat up like this and let her out. She ended up jumping out the Jeep seat on. He said, what you gonna do? You trying to go with him or you trying to go with me? And she told him straight up, I'm gonna go with Freddie because all you gonna do is beat up on a bitch. And he grabbed her by her and drug her and put her in the car. I said, get your ass in the car. He said, so you want to go with that nigga? That's who you want to go with? He walked up to my partner and he said, bah, bah, bah. He blew my partner brains all on the motherfucking windshield. And the nigga that was in the side seat, his name was Victor Scott. He was like, no, man, no. He shot him in his neck. Bam. I never forget, Victor here was just shaking over and he was just, it was a sight that I had never forgot. I tried to grab Freddie and help Freddie get him out the Jeep so he wouldn't bleed. And I took my shirt off and I was trying to wrap his head up. It wasn't doing nothing. When I wrapped his head up, blood started coming out his nose. I said, so I was like, damn, hold his head back. And by that time, blood started bubbling out the top of his mouth. Jumping out like a water faucet, nigga. I said, what the f? Then my homeboy said, man, he dead, man. Leave him. I said, I ain't never known nobody to be dead. I said, nigga, don't be saying that about my motherfucking homeboy, nigga. I wanted to take the gun and shoot the nigga that said that my partner was dead. But that old nigga knew something I didn't know at an early age. I wasn't number still 17 years old. 16, going on 17. And I watched my little partner Freddie die, where his blood brains out on the windshield. I had a decision in life to make then. And I felt, I made the wrong decision, but at the time I thought it was the right decision. I said, man, I can get my ass back in church with Mama and and stay rooted. I could stay out here in the street with this gang shit, because Freddie was a GQ boy too. The thing about that was, I felt like if I would have went back to church and he lost his life like that, I would have been a sucker. I just felt like that, but I made a bad decision. I should have ran back to the Lord, but I didn't. I ran to the streets because I didn't want to leave Freddie to be a dead nigga, and I can't do nothing about it. My friend that killed him, that's my friend too. I know and I know dead niggas. I tell people that all the time. I know and I know dead niggas. The dude that killed Freddie, me and him been going to school since 5th grade. That was my buddy, Charles Washington. They called him Sunshine. R.I.P. to Charles and R.I.P. to Freddie Garrett. I know and I know dead niggas, but I know one thing about both of them. Life ain't gonna change or do nothing different. What goes around comes around. Why did I say that? Make it what?
Make it make sense.
Because confirmation. I'm gonna let this sit there for a minute. Hold on for a minute. I can't. Hold on for a minute. Just sit right there. Hold on for a minute. Cut your mic out. Hold on. Okay. But Charles, say you're gonna have to hold on for a minute. How you cut this down? Okay, here.
Can you see me?
Okay, I'm hang you up. I'm at work. Say, watch this. But the one thing I make it what?
Make it make sense.
Because within a week, Charles Washington was found under Wheelbarger Bridge. Somebody shot him 9 times and left him under the bridge. What goes around comes around. I had to learn it the hard way. My bad. I tell people that I'm here today because I learned off of other niggas' mistakes. That's why I'm here today. I learned off of, and guess what? The sad thing about it, even Gangsta and you know, it's hard when somebody gotta die for you to learn something. Hello? Now y'all didn't feel that. I say it's hard that this actually dead for you to learn something. I actually had to die, and guess what? Guess what the sad thing about that was? You know how many niggas done died for me to learn something? Plenty of them. You would think you would learn off the first one. But I watched many of them go to the grave, and guess what I kept saying? I said, well, I know not to do that. If that'll get him, just imagine what it'll get me done. But guess what I learned? I learned off his life. It's sad when, you gotta be the lesson. I just rather be the student and learn off of you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Talk to me.
Okay, so with this young Dolph case, Cornelius Smith was one of the steppers that was convicted in for young Dolph. He also started cooperating for the other person convicted in the head mastermind behind the case, Govan, if I'm saying that right. What's your thoughts on him cooperating? How do you think people behind the bars will look at him for that?
It ain't no use to get. Let me tell you something. I got a son locked up. I got a son locked up. My son came to me. He said, "Daddy, they got the gun." I said, "They got the gun? What gun?" I don't know what y'all be doing. They got the gun. No, it was in a. One time my son them got nigga told my partner, my son to throw the gun. He didn't throw it. He got caught with it. He got caught with it. He got caught with the gun. And when he got caught with the gun had a body on it. Sit right there for a minute. Oh, Coach. You can't talk to me right now. I'm at work right now. Okay, yeah. So he got caught with the gun. And when he got caught with the gun, they ran the gun back to the bodies. The told my son to take the case. He was 16 years old. They'll take care of him while he down there and they'll get him out. I want to ask you this: Do you take a capital murder case?
Do you take it?
Cause your partner them say, we got you. We can't go, nigga. My son went down there. I don't know if it's snitching or watching out for yourself. See, niggas got the thing with snitching. I told Terrance Gangsta Williams he's gonna be in the book, the legislation book of the world, nigga. People will look up the Terrance Gangsta Williams trial, on how he got out. Terrance came up with one of the smartest things any nigga in the motherfucking world would try to do. To be sitting where he's sitting right now. You know how many motherfuckers would do what he did to be sitting where he's sitting right now? But would you be doing what he doing? Or will you get out here and blow yours and yours off and go right back? Terrance did the realest shit. He found a way to get out of that place. Now, when you done wrong somebody and you get caught up, now it ain't no way to get out that place. Now they gonna hang him in there. Now, if you didn't got caught, got your time, what you getting everybody else in time for? For what? You got caught. I got a son that got caught up in some shit, and I said, son, you didn't get caught, they did. He said, but Daddy, they got me. I said, I understand that, but you didn't do that, they did. He said, Daddy, they got me though, man. I said, well, nigga, I was scared for my son. I didn't want my son to throw his life away. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I would've told it. I ain't gonna lie to you, because guess what? It ain't such thing as called telling and watching out for yourself. If you get caught doing some shit, nigga, and you go tell it on somebody else, you deserve to get marked out. Now, because you got caught. My son told me some shit that hurt my heart. He said, I got caught, Daddy, they didn't. And I told my son, all y'all got caught. They just telling it on you. You heard me? And guess what he did? He took the time. My son been gone for 12 motherfucking years for some shit he ain't motherfucking do. He had to, man, I almost, and he was a good kid. Nigga ain't never been in trouble, never been in juvenile, smiled every day, kept a pocket full of money and go to school and get his books. And he let some trick him off the streets.
So do you feel your son should, if it was a chance for him to be free to tell him what really happened, you think he should do it?
Well, it's too late. You did too much time. Ain't no such thing to tell on. Once you sit behind them boys that long, ride it out. Right? Ain't nothing to talk. But you know, the walls close in. Niggas get claustrophobic. The walls get to closing in to where niggas just can't take the pressure. Oh, I gotta tell it. Oh, I'm gonna tell it too. Well, nigga, you been down there 10 years. Why you won't tell it now? You been out here 3 years, 2 years. No. If you jump in them shoes, wear them till you goddamn me grow out of them, homie. You dig what I'm saying? I learned that off my son. One of the realest ones. And them niggas know who I'm talking about. One of the realest ones. But guess what? He had to experience a life that I never wanted none of my kids to see, in this prison or death. I don't wish death upon nobody, but if my kids gotta go sit behind them bars, nigga, I tell God thank you. They just did a documentary of my children, the Demson Boys documentary. Everybody see what the Demson Boys was doing. When I was told on Real Life Street Stars, how did I feel about having 4 sons in prison, I stood up and started clapping. Everybody said, oh, this nigga crazy, you wrong with him, nigga. You happy because your kids in prison? Nigga, you all get it? No, I'm not happy. I'm happy because they still here with me. They could have been like Sunshine Little Freddie. You hear me? A lot of things could have goddamn me went left with my kids. And now that they done seen the documentary, they know now. They done seen the documentary, now they know why I clap. Now they know why I clap, because guess what? I get to see mine again. It's a difference. I never think it's right to give another man up when you get caught. But I never think it's right to get into some where you get caught up. You feel what I'm saying?
Now I know, and I understand you said when they get caught. Let me ask you something. I wanted to ask you this when we talked about it earlier.
Okay.
The situation with your cousin, today, at this age you at now, the wisdom you done got and all that. How do you feel about what he did for you when you was in school? When he told the people what you was your
Saved
act?
my life. Saved my life. I had to tell him thank you. I had to tell him thank you. I have told him thank you. Matter of fact, it took down there decades for me to get over that. Right now today, saved my life. Had I done what I planned to do, I wouldn't be here today. He seen something that I didn't see. God used him to stop the devil from tricking me. God used him to stop the devil. Shout out to my cousin Desmond, man. Shout out to my cousin Desmond. You did that, and when his grandmama passed away, it messed me up because she left me the Cadillac, left the Cadillac to the family. And Desmond was the one that gave it to us. I said, ain't all these years. And when I talked to him, he already knew. I'm going to finish that story, just a little piece of it. When my cousin did tell it on me, you know how messed up I was in the head? I went to church to smoke him at the church. For telling it on me. He didn't come that Sunday. But the rest of the family did. Where was Desmond? Oh, he didn't come this week. He didn't come to church. I didn't come to church. I was gonna smoke him in. I brought the 22 with me this time. Me and my little brother. I told my little brother what the nigga did. I said, when you come to church with the family, I said, yeah, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. I was that messed up to go to church to even, you know.
Right.
But to make a long story short, God used him, man, to stop what could have destroyed my life for the rest of my life. And that's taking a life. To take a life, you'll never live out of that. To take a life, you'll never get that blood off your hands. The only way to get that blood off your hands, God got to clean that blood off your hands. There ain't no bleach and none of that shit gonna get it off. God got to clean that off. Real talk.
So, quick question, and it's gonna kind of push into the young Dolph case. You say
Let's
you
go.
got 4 sons serving time. Do they all have life sentences?
No, I got one that got, well, I got 2 of them. One of them got 99, one of them got 102 years, one got 15, another one got 15, another one got 15.
Okay, so like we were speaking on, and this I won't tie this in with your sons also. Straight Drop was one of the people that was convicted on the young Dolph case. He was the one that didn't take the stand. He just took his time, never said nothing. And with this, tie your sons that has the 99 and the time where it's a long stretch. How does someone like that serving life stay safe behind bars?
Because everybody behind bars is back there for something. You hear me? Oh, he ain't the only one enough of that shit. That motherfucker full of them. Full of us. Full of us's. You a murderer? Shit, man, I am too. You a I am too. You a molester? I am too. You a rapist? Yeah, I am too. You a carjacker? I am too. Well, I tell people, where you think everybody at? In the same building. I said, where you think they send all the to? You know what the rest of, with everybody that do all that shit y'all read in the newspaper and been seeing on the news, guess where they at? They all together. Ain't no big me, little you, because that's what they gotta realize. We all doing time now. We all doing time. And what I'm in here for ain't your motherfucking business, nigga. You hear me? We all here for something. One thing you better find out about prison, what made me be able to walk in there and sit through that thing, because I always found somebody. I thought, I ain't gonna lie to you, I booed like a hoe when I found I had 5 years. I got 5 years? Huh? Man, can't do no goddamn 5 years. That's a long time for me. It's a long time for you when you got something going out here for life. But 5 years of vacation to niggas, oh, just a sign for the 5. Nigga, what you sign for? I signed for the 25. God dang, I can't count past 5. I'm glad I couldn't read, nigga. Because I sure can't count past 5. Hello. That's far as I'm going. One, shit. How much time you get? 5. You can't even, that was the maximum. Nigga, for mine, because guess what? I'm thank God, I ain't got that much life to waste, y'all. Ain't got them anybody. I'm gonna let y'all know all that doing time and getting locked up and even these getting caught up. Let me tell y'all something, man. Youngsters, if you listen to me now, take these cases that y'all hearing, these young dogs cases and all these sitting on trial and all these people sitting on trial. You gotta realize them the same you run up in that house with, shoot up everything with, gonna be the same on that stand and tell everything, the judge and jury, everything. Oh, come on.
Make it make sense.
Because it happened to me. It happened to me. My own partner. I got a little saying, I ain't never believed in magic until I seen my dog get on the stand and turn into a snake. I'm gonna let y'all soak in it for a minute. I'm gonna say this fast now. I ain't never believed in magic till I seen my dog get on the stand and turn into a snake. Oh yeah, it's a whole bunch of, man, that's the game. When American Gangsta came out, they showed them how to stay free. They showed them how to play the board song. I watched that, I studied American Gangsta. I just didn't look at it, I studied it. And ever since American Gangsta came out, they gave a lot of brothers ideas, how to catch more criminals. To y'all call it snitching. To the system, it's called, getting them all. You dig what I'm saying? Just bring his name up. Conspiracy is a motherfucker. You understand me? You ain't got to do no more, but answer the phone. Hello. They lock a nigga up. Yeah, go ahead.
So let's touch bases on your prison experience.
Let's go.
When you first got your sentence, what was it like? What was your mind frame when you first entered the new cell?
I started crying. I got to put my head in the corner and say shit to nobody. I was scared. My first time? Oh, yeah. But my first time, yeah, I was scared. I wasn't scared for me. Yeah, I was just scared because they said how much time I gotta do. I don't want to be gone that motherfucking long. Hell, I don't want to stay in this cell another 2 hours. How can I do a day in here? A month. And this nigga talking about I just signed for 5 years to sit in this motherfucker next to a toilet in a bunk. I can't sit in here like that. I gotta get out of here. But I had to realize that's the mess I put myself in. The same place I shit in, sleep in, gonna be the same place I gotta lay my head in. But guess what, y'all? I put myself in that shit. I sit in that corner and I was curled up in that bed like a little baby and I never get in. Hey man, youngster, come on, get up, get you something to eat. Y'all go eat. Oh man, you gotta come up off of that shit, nigga. Old told me. I'm glad God put me around some old that woke me up instead of trying to beat me up. Cause once they find out you can't handle prison, it's gonna wear and tear on you. Yeah, ain't no such thing as curling up in here. You curl up like a bill, they'll fold you up like a bill folding that cell. Soon as they see all them tears, all that count. Oh, you got feelings? Nigga, you in there with feelings? You don't bring no feelings but no balls, nigga. I had to learn all of that. And once you learn it, you become a product of it. I learned it so much I couldn't even stay out the place for 9 months. Ever since I was 17 years old, I get in there and I go back. Get out, go back. Go back. I've been arrested over 28 times, been incarcerated over 7 times. Nothing to brag about. I wasted a lot of life. One thing I can brag about, what's this, August the what?
23rd.
Hello! I've been home 13 motherfucking years, y'all. That's what I brag about. I've been home 13 years. I'm talking about a nigga that couldn't even stay. Ever since I was 17, you let me out. I'm back in there within 6 weeks. Within 6 months, Percy back in prison gone. I've been home 13 years. Now I ain't on no probation. Now I ain't got no monitors. I don't report to nothing. I learned how to lock my own self up out here. Shit, that'll keep me out of trouble. Incarcerate, put your own self in timeout sometimes, youngsters. If y'all find out that you can't get me, if you don't want to go back, lock your own self up. Go in your room. Close the door, nigga. Don't come out. Do yourself a favor. Learn how to put your own self up so the people won't have to put you up. Cause when they put you up, guess what? Ain't no coming out when you want to. Ain't no going to the icebox.
So what did you do? Fair to state time?
I did state time. I'm a Cottonfield boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it hard. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Fed boy, they got it good. They can sit back there in luxury, sit around and kicking, talking about microwaves and got it. They got it good. Guess what? They got a lot of time to ride with it. See, this one thing about that Fed in that state, we old country boys. One thing, y'all ain't got to get out there and they get paid to work. We don't. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I grew up in the hard penitentiary. I went to the fields. I got a chance to experience what mama and them said they was going through. I got a chance to get my hands all calloused. I still got calluses so deep in my hand, they still ain't grew out. You understand me? Working with that agony, hitting on that pole, steady hitting on it, working yourself to death. In that hot sun, 102-degree weather, falling out, you out there picking cotton. I picked cotton, I looked up, looked like a whole lot, like it snowed out here, so much cotton out here. You gotta pick it. I done planted watermelons. I done picked tomatoes, okra, squash. We plant it, we pick it, we cook it. It's the system. I got caught up in that system. It's a hard thing. A lot of y'all see these people come home, they can't, you know, you be like, damn, this nigga still tripping. That prison fucked him up. It will. It's a lot of people come home that's free right now. You can say prison fucked him up. What's wrong with old John boy? Man, that prison, man. He went down to the penitentiary. He came back. He ain't been the same since. Damn. Yeah. But one thing I asked God to do, please, Lord, can I keep my mind? Keep my mind. I don't care how old you make me be. I don't care how old I get, God. Can I keep my mind? I ask God, you know, a lot of people, I want to live to see 100, 70, 80 years old. Well, I don't if I can't be in my right mind. I don't want to be sitting there just, how old is Percy? Probably about like 80. Remember back in the days, he used to do the interviews. I don't want to be like that. I ask God to make me stronger up in here, man. Anybody in the institutions, don't come home cooking in your hot pot. Nigga, you out, nigga. I stayed in my room so long, don't you know my mama came in there and told me, well, Percy, you can come out your room. You know what this gonna fuck you up. You know what I said? Damn, I sure can I? Let me try this shit. Let me get up and walk out the door. You forgot you can do that? Yeah, because guess what? That place right there will do you like that. It'll lock your mind down. You'll sit in one spot. I came home and forgot I could go outside. I'll wait on Red call. Red! Commissary! Shit like that. I thank God that what I've been through, I thank God I look good for what I've been through. I thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Because if I look like what I've been through, shit, it won't be nothing to look at. But I thank God I look good for what I've been through, and He's watched out for me the whole time. I had the advantage a lot of gang members didn't have. I knew God and they didn't. Let's go.
When it was coming to you being locked up, what type of inmate you think you was? The hot-tempered or the kind of laid-back one?
I was hot-tempered. I was on go. I was scared. When you scared, one thing I had to learn about the persona that I put up in prison, you can't let it down. When you go in there like that, you better stay like that, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Don't come in here with that old thinking you this, and then they find out you ain't what you said you is. That's gonna get you, guy. You better be who you say you is when you come through that door. Call that, he was just trying, that nigga, man, that nigga didn't have a self shit. And then you got a whole line of niggas waiting to run in there on your head. Cause you threw that shit up. Once they find out you ain't who you say you is and you can't rock out like you say you, what? They from the master gas. Here they come. I tell niggas, don't come here fighting if you don't want to keep fighting. Don't come in here acting a certain way if you don't want to keep acting that way. Cause once they find out you ain't about what you talking about, shit, they gonna shit on you and flush you.
Is there any episodes you could talk about that you had where you had to knock somebody across the head, slap them, or get their mind right?
To be honest with you, I ain't never cared about what a nigga was doing. And if you didn't have your mind right, nigga, shame on you. Get your out of here. You hear me? You ain't had no business coming here. If you knew you were fucked up before you got in here, guess what? I was the type of nigga you should stay at your prison. I had made myself the reason. How can I say it? I don't want to like sound super bad or nothing, but I was the reason niggas didn't want to come to prison. And I ain't talking about no fucking raping. I got my partners for that. Oh, they gonna run up in you. All I gotta do, man, get my partner. I got homeboys say they gonna do that just because you running your mouth too much. Nigga run his mouth too much, yeah, he talking too much. Little nigga coming out that loud talking shit. Wait till I run that dick on me, little ass. Little nigga don't even know nigga over talking about fucking him. Yeah, cause he talking too much. Come in talking loud and motherfucker. I'm gonna let him talk. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let him talk for the next couple of months. Then I'm gonna see what he's talking about when I get in there and bake him that cake. They gonna do that. The persona that I put up when I came in, I couldn't let it down. Ferguson will eat you alive. That motherfucker will eat you alive. That motherfucker swallow you whole. Ferguson is a rascal unit. What you got? You got a lot of, what's that word you're looking for? Testosterone, whatever that is. Testosterone, you know. Thank you, man. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a lot of energy built up in there. Them young niggas will stay hand to death. They'll stick a dick in your ear if they had to. Better yet, you come in there and they find out who you say you is. One thing about Ferguson, you better not walk in there pretending to be tough, nigga. Ain't no pretend, nigga. You better be who you say you is. One thing, when I went in there like that, and guess what? I couldn't leave, and I came out like that. Yeah, I went in there looking for the first day on Ferguson. I walked in the day room, where is it at, niggas? Oh, man, what's wrong with him? Man, we don't do that over there. I don't want to hear no talking, nigga. I done made it to college, nigga. I done made it to the big leagues. This what I've been waiting to make it to. Penitentiary. Ain't that sad, y'all? I wasted all my life waiting for nothing. Nothing, because guess what? Ain't shit in that motherfucker. Ain't shit. Concrete and iron. Ain't no friends, ain't no homeboys. That place will swallow you whole, nigga. Anybody. I seen a lot of fall victim, youngsters. If y'all listening to me right now, please stay out that place, man. It ain't nothing you gotta go do. It ain't nothing you, a lot of that, man, you gotta be that. You ain't got you no stripes, nigga, I don't want none. I got a game for you young, because you know what? I was talking to my partner a while ago when we was talking. I was talking about the fashion and the school culture, how you know you had to fit in. A lot of out here feel like they gotta go to fit in or they not that. Well, let me switch it up for y'all. Thank you, God. Appreciate you. I say that because he gave me the word to give to y'all. Let them know they the losers. Huh? Y'all gotta start smart guys. Smart guys. Start realizing y'all the toughest without the tattoos. Smart guys. Start realizing that goddamn you ain't fall like old tattoo Joe over the old tough nigga over here. He talking all that. You don't gotta be that to be there. Cause guess what, y'all? I realized one thing. I still whoop half these niggas without even getting in the game. Huh? I stomp shit out of crip niggas. You heard me? You heard me? Now, real talk. And guess what? Cause guess what? A color don't make you who you is, homie. A group of niggas right there don't make you that group of niggas. The smart guys gotta start taking control of what y'all is. I'm smart enough not to go there. Nigga, I don't go no prison. Start making it sound tough to say that you ain't been. Huh? How about that part? Can you do that for yourself? Start making it sound tough to say I ain't been, man, nigga. Man, where you been, nigga? You supposed to do a little, just say I ain't never been. And I get approached. Man, what's up, nigga? What unit you been on? Nigga, I ain't been on no motherfucking unit, nigga. I look stupid like that. I don't go no penitentiary, nigga. Damn, fool. Let me tell y'all, that's how you assault a person's character without slapping or hitting or touching on them. You gotta know how to feed another mind without touching on them. Smart guys. I know y'all know that. Learn how to assault another person's character without using a cuss word. Nigga say, man, you been to prison, man, what you hit? Nigga, I know you been there now. I don't waste my life in no place. I ain't no loser. Tell them I ain't no loser. Tell them niggas I ain't no loser. Nigga, you lost, nigga. Oh, nigga, I just watched this. Tell them this. And I got another one for y'all. When they come on, oh, just did 10 years. Niggas tell what? Well, tell that nigga he 10 years behind. Tell him to catch up. I don't want to talk to no nigga that's 10 years behind me. I'm in the future, nigga. You in the past. You got to catch up. You might well have these fish tanks in your shoes like they did back in the day. Nah, don't come out here, nigga. I don't care about, I did this much time. Every time I throw his time in your face, let that nigga know that's how much life he done wasted. I just did 20 years, but God, I know you sick. Now I know you behind, nigga. Let's go.
Was there any time while you was locked up that you feel you had to make a weapon? And you can talk about it if you want to, and you had to use it.
Right. Stab me in my motherfucking arm right here. Nigga. I had to get some tattoos on the right here, but you can see the scar right here. One right there, hit me right here on the elbow. Nigga blow a hole in my elbow right here, hit me with that pencil right here, bam, 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 and hit me in my back twice. Shout out to my Leonard Spraglin. We had a night fight in the cell, nigga. Yeah, I fixed my shank and he fixed his, and guess what? We locked in that cell. And by the time that law came, there was blood everywhere in that motherfucker. See, you niggas ain't did that. Y'all like to put the knife, kick it down, nigga, lock in that cell and pull that bitch out and let's go to work. We did that. By the time that officer came, nigga, I got that nigga hit me right here, nigga hit me right here, down there, split my a vessel in my hand right here on my wrist. When he hit me across the wrist right here, you know. That nigga, that was one of my best friends in that jailhouse. But he said he gonna put a knife on me, nigga. I got one too, nigga, let's go then. You ain't gonna use it? I bet I will. I put that nigga on stand. He stood there for a minute. He said, what's up, nigga? I said, what's up? Nigga said, shit, you know what's up, nigga? Shit, nigga, you know what's up. My old I no, I ain't know how to make nothing, you understand? All I know, they say razor. You know, when you throw it off, you don't know shit. I done took my little old string out my boxes and wrapped it around my little old razor to come out my goddamn razor blade. That shit ain't nothing. And I done wrapped my little old things around it. You understand? Wrapped the string around my little old razor blades to come out my razor, my shaving razor. And I wrapped around a little toothbrush thing. I swear I thought I had me something. I said, yeah, this gonna get that nigga. I go in there, this nigga got a whole banger. He done shot that nigga done stuck me with it. I said, nigga, what? But he thought I was bullshitting at first. He said, nigga, I'm waiting on you. I said, I'm waiting on you. And nigga stuck his chest out like this, and I hit him right across the chest with that hoe. I said, bitch, let's go then.
Was there any crafts you picked up in jail? Like if it come to the cooking, jailhouse hookups, any of the tattooing, was there any crafts that you picked up while being locked up?
God gave me my time to learn how to read, write, and recite. Something that I didn't know how to do. And that was read. Something else I didn't know how to do. And that was write. Something else I didn't know how to do was learn and recite. Once God showed me that I could read, shit, I started making my own movies. I'm finna read me some books. I don't even want to be around nobody. A book was like a movie to me. And I give that to my book. I can't wait to get back to my page. This book is good as fuck. Then I started writing. And then I started learning what I wrote. Because God knows I never knew how to write, learn how to read till I was 25 years old. That's the first miracle God ever worked in my life. When I was in solitary confinement, God gave me the wisdom and knowledge to learn how to read, because I had got a letter that said, man, you don't read your son, you're going to go crazy. And what? Go crazy. They said, yeah, boy, you better grab a book. They got a Bible. That's why you need a Bible there so you can read. I see the Bible, but bitch, I can't read. Someone go crazy? They said, hell yeah, that place gonna drive you crazy. And I like to think about insane asylum people. People that stuck, the crazy people. I don't want to be one of them. So I grabbed that Bible and said, damn, God. I don't pray every day, but God, my bad. Can I bother you for a minute, man? I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to be crazy. Can you please let me learn how to read, man? I don't want to go crazy, man. You hear me? You hear me? That's the first miracle that God gave me, that I know that there is a God. There is a God. Now I couldn't read shit, nigga. Nigga, you didn't know how to read? You was 25, nigga? Nah, nigga. Nigga, my daddy and mama couldn't read, nigga. Fuck, how the fuck somebody gonna teach you how to read when can't nobody in the house read they goddamn self? Because back in the day, slaves weren't educated. All they had to do was good for work. My mama and them was slaves, nigga. Yeah. They was stealing that. I call it the ass end of the slaves. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Lamesa, Texas. Cotton fields in Lamesa, end of the slaves. And my mama was one of them. And my daddy and them, they grew up in the cotton field. My daddy worked in the cotton gins. Saying that to say this, I've come out and picked that craft up, and I've become one of the most viewed battle rappers in the South now. Through reciting battle raps that I wrote, that God gave me the wisdom and knowledge to read and write and recite. And when I came home, that's a trade that I picked up. I become one of the most viewed battle rappers in the South. Millions of views in battle rap. And I say that because I didn't even know how to read. To learn something and learn how to read it and learn it and put it in your head so you can just get out and do it on your own. Don't need a stage. Don't need your paper with you. My God is an awesome God. You hear me? Let's go.
We're going to do this last question before I switch it up. This was, for the people that want to know, did you have, while you was locked up, was it any female deputies that was on
I had a chance. I had a chance, man, to snatch me an old piece of game. You understand me? And she just happened to be the case lady. Mm-hmm. The judge, the one that you got to come in, she cut the tape recorder on when you get to talking. That was her job. Mm-hmm. I ended up winning her, man. I won her. Miss Carol, pretty old, man. Miss Carol, pretty. She was pretty in the mud. Nice little round booty on it. And she cut it for Percy. And how I won, I knew I won when she gave me the letter first. She said, don't you ever. She said, read this, tear it up, throw it in the trash. And she acted like I had mail. She passing out the mail that day, came through there. She said, read this, tear it up, and throw it in the trash. Sorry. I couldn't wait to get to my little old corner. Late at night, put my little sheet up, you understand me? And I go in. And me and Miss Carol got a relationship, but you know how you are, man. I can't hold water. I gotta tell my silly, man. I gotta tell somebody, man. That's me right there, you hear me? I can find my little partner, man, out of EPT, El Paso, Texas, man. Little nigga come through there, and me and him know. He said, man, Carl, cut for you. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, man, check this out. I said, man, yeah, damn, we ride, So when she come get me, she take me to go sharpen everybody's pencils. Everybody need your pencil sharpened. We had pencils back then. Give me your pencil. Miss Carl gonna come take me to the pencil. And I get around that corner where there ain't no cameras at. Understand me? She take me to the classroom inside the education building. Oh, it's me and Miss Carl. I talked to my partner about it. Tells my crib. Back then, they stopped smoking cigarettes in the system. They took the cigarettes out the system in 90. That's about around 93, 96. Around that time, I caught this TDC violation. And the niggas sold all the cigarettes. The niggas that did have cigarettes, they say when you finish smoking the cigarettes you got, there will be no more tobacco products sold on the TDC facility, on the state facility. I said, okay. But I kept my cigarettes. But anyway, I ended up getting some cigarettes from a little nigga. He wanted to buy cigarettes. Everybody ran out of cigarettes. I just started selling cigarettes. I just kept mine. I gave him a pot. He gave me some, man, I got a watch for about 10 squares, man. I said, ooh, yeah, that's a bad money. He said, hey, my partner want to get it from you. You go get that in the laundry. He said, so what do you want to tell him? He said, yeah, give him the 10 squares. He said, okay, let me go tell him. Goddamn it, huh? I gave him the square. I said, if he want it, let me see if he want to eat it. I'm not thinking this nigga right here. Okay, we go down to the laundry, man. He don't come back. But goddamn, you got to come back. Nigga, you sleep on bunk when count time get here. You better be in that bunk when count time get here. One of my little partners coming and they said, man, look out, OG. I was like, oh, Pete out then. I won't even know. You say Pete out, man. Nigga down there smoking all your cigarettes down there in the laundry. I said, I gave Shorty then. Yeah. He gave me this watch. I said, but he ain't, matter of fact, he should have been back with the watch. I don't know why he down there smoking the squares. They ain't bringing the watch back yet. Man, come on, man. Let's go down there and see what this nigga doing, man. I fall up in there. I ain't gonna lie, Shorty was on this game. They was in that bitch smoking square. Come on in. I said, yeah, man, what's happening? I said, yeah, man. I said, what watch here, nigga? He said, man, hold on, man. I said, damn. I'm talking about the party. I'm like, damn, what you mean, hold? He ain't never talked to me like this. He said, man, hold on, man. Like, don't you see we smoking? And I said, okay, that's cool. Then I looked at my little partner EPT. I like, yeah, what's up? He said, man, I don't know. I said, well, sure, what the watch at, man? If you ain't got the watch, just give me the 10 cigarettes back. He said, nigga, there ain't no cigarettes. There ain't no cigarettes, nigga. And he said, like I said, nigga, it ain't no cigarettes. And I ain't gonna take no words. That's exactly how he told me. I looked at my partner like this. I said, ain't no cigarette. I said, oh yeah. My partner said, shit. I take off on him. Bat, 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 bat. I just go popping shorty. By this time we get into it so good, I didn't freak out with his and that holder fell out in the hall. Bitch, come on back up in there, hoe. Come on back up in this laundry room, nigga. He had to eat all that. No, bitch, you hear like a hoe, nigga. You hear like a shh, come on, nigga. Shh, you talking too loud. No, the guards down the hall, nigga. Shh. Oh, you dry snitching. Bring your ass back in this laundry room where you was smoking at. Get out that hallway. Come on back in and close that door, nigga. I done worked with him in here. He trying to get out this bitch. He didn't want no more, so he went to talking loud. Then all I heard was them keys coming. Ding, ding, ding. I said, oh, man, the law's coming. I said, man, don't do that, man. You got the law's attention. That's what he wanted, my homeboy. That's what he wanted to do, nigga. You whooping his ass. Look at the nigga, nose fucked up and everything. Yeah, I freaked with his ass real for even 10 seconds. I down and knotted that nigga face up. That nigga they handcuffed the nigga and took him off. They said, damn, shorty, why you do that, shorty? Who you been fighting with? He didn't tell nobody. So they came right back and got my ass. They said, yeah, he told us what you did. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And make a long story short, they wrote cases on him. When he came down to get his case, he got down on him. He said, you ain't got to worry about him. He go to court, man, he ain't going to get nothing because he fucking with an old girl to do. And then the warden got a hold to it. What you mean he messed with her. You can go check his mail. He got letters from him and everything. Come on, shorty, nigga. Cause I'm in the bed, in the rag, goddamn, you know, already got me sent to solitary on the whole shit. Now they come to, they got all my mail. I'm sitting in front of the warden, inside the warden's office with all my mail set out. And the warden say, the sad thing come to find out when she came to work that morning, they walked off. Pending investigation. From what this said. I said, oh, this is just too motherfucking much, man. Fucking with these hoe ass niggas, but that my fault. But yeah, I had me a piece of game. Shout out to Miss Carol. As soon as I touched, she was there like clockwork. Got the shit.
Shout out to Miss Carol.
Yeah, man.
Let's switch to no right
Let's go
now.
ahead.
This is a critical G to take over. We're gonna freestyle this right quick.
Let's go.
You shook the internet up just now. You and Charleston White. How did that happen?
Nothing but God. First of all, giving honor to that. And it's time. I just got chills. It's time anyway. People need to see togetherness, man. People need to see ops become family. People need to see people that they call their enemy that'll hurt you and do so much to you when they see you. They need to see them niggas hug. Nigga, our culture need a healing, homie. Our culture is devastating each other. They didn't kill enough of us. They just letting us kill the rest of us off. How? Through music, through gangs, through prison, through the education system, any way that they can get us out of here.
Child support.
Child support. You hear me? Because a lot of niggas ain't supporting their own children. Ask me how I know.
Make it make sense.
Because I just left I know an apartment complex full of them. I with them yesterday. If you go on my live, I'm the only one can go down there. You old niggas can't go there. Run, you old niggas, you fool to them old niggas. I was down there on my live yesterday. I stayed live. I think I got 14,000 views on my little old live. Shout out to everybody who was on that live. But all them kids are lost. I never knew what it felt like to wake up and have to eat noodles for breakfast. We had cereal. Right. I'm just saying, if we did, mama gonna cook something, you wake up on a Saturday, you know, you got eggs, and you might have some pancakes in there. That's a special, but I never knew what it felt like to have to wake up and look for something to wear to school. Mama you got your clothes out for school tomorrow? Yes, ma'am. Iron? Yes, ma'am. Understand me? To see me and Charleston together, the coaching needs to see that because there's too many fighting amongst each other that act like they can't do the hard part. Oh, this the easy part. Getting along, that's the hard part. You understand me? We cut now? We through?
Yeah, go ahead, shout out. Give you a shout out. Get them out of here.
Get him out of here. Go ahead, boss
Shout
man.
out everybody out, man.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Charleston White. Shout out to my boy, Real Tune TV. Shout out to 607 Punk, not the skunk. You understand me? Shout out to Terrance Gangsta Williams, man. For making things possible, making this one happen for me, man. I appreciate you very much, sir. Another light that shines bright amongst the stars on this internet, y'all. Giggity!
This Terrance Gangsta Williams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. the People Champ, Terrance Williams.